Symmetry. Line symmetry is a shape that has line symmetry when one half of its mirror image mirrors the other half. Symmetry exists all around us, and many people see it being as a thing of beauty. Like the letter A, there's one line in symmetry because if I cut this A in half and I can fold it over, it matches the other side. Along with this tiger, we cut the tiger right in half. We can fold this half on top of this half, and we will get one line of symmetry. If we look at a butterfly has symmetry as well, because if we fold it in half, we will see the other matching side. But line symmetry exists a lot in nature. We can obviously see some symmetry in the shell. If we cut the shell in half and I folded it over, it still would match the other side. Along with the sea creatures, the crabs, we cut those in half, we would have one line of symmetry. However, the starfish would have more lines of symmetry because we could fold that starfish in many other directions and it still will match the other side. There's some animals and insects that have lines of symmetry. Check the different spider, the bat, and you will see the mirror image as one line of symmetry. Masks also have the human face have one line of symmetry. Cut it right in half and it will match the other side. There was a very popular artist called Leonardo da Vinci, and he created this painting, and he was very into the human symmetry. And again, even ourselves, if we were to take half of ourselves and we would fold it over, it would match the other side. We have one line of symmetry even in us. Even in the letters, there is no line symmetry in the letter Z or in the letter S. However, in the letter H, there are two lines of symmetry because I can cut it going up and down and on the sides. I could fold it two different ways, so it has two lines of symmetry. The letter O has an infinite amount of numbers that we can do line symmetry by folding it in so many different directions, and it would match the other side. When I say infinite, I means that there's no number that I can stop at. It just keeps going on and on. Letter E, there's only one line of symmetry. I can only go from the top to the bottom. Letter N, we cannot do. I can't fold that in any direction because it won't match. The letter C has one line. I can fold it from the top to the bottom and we'll have one line of symmetry. Lots of times we talk about symmetry is when we actually see the reflection and the waterline. A famous example of this would be the Taj Mahal. Symmetry exists such in architecture all around the world. And the ruler of the Taj Mahal back then in 1632, he was an emperor called Shah Jahan, and he built this enormous structure for his beloved wife. And it took 20 years to build, and it's found in India. And he did this because his wife passed away. They had 14 children, and his wife passed away, and he was so heartbroken. So he created this mausoleum, and her remains are in it in honor of her. And if you look at this Taj Mahal, you would see that it has lines of symmetry. Check out the trees. It matches both sides. The pool. The building itself, if you slice that in half, going from the top to the bottom, it would match perfectly from side to side. Even those towers next to it will also show you that it has symmetry. You'll also see a line of symmetry just by looking at the reflection. From the actual building to the reflection, there is a line of symmetry right there. and two lines, right? Because if you cut this right here, there's a line, and then I'm going up and down. There's another line. So there's 2 lines of symmetry right there. We can also find lines of symmetry in shapes. An equilateral has 3 lines of symmetry. A square has 4 lines of symmetry. A pentagon has 5, which is kind of interesting because every time I keep saying one of the shapes, you're actually hearing how many sides it has. So a pentagon has 5 sides, has 5 internal angles, and has 5 lines of symmetry. A hexagon has 16 internal angles, 6 sides, and 6 lines of symmetry. An octagon has 8 angles, 8 lines of symmetry, and 8 sides. Well, that was just a little bit of the different things that have symmetry in nature, shapes, even in us. Symmetry is all around us. So I have a challenge for you guys. Right here, you'll see some pictures of things, challenges that I put on for my other students in the previous years. They had to create designs, and they had to make them symmetrical, where they could fold it one way and it would match the other side. Some people, I asked for bigger challenges where I said make 2 lines of symmetry, 4 lines of symmetry. Some of them had a really good time doing this. I would love to see if you could create a challenge for yourself, create a design, and make a line, 1 line of symmetry, 2 lines of symmetry, whatever your heart desires. But as you fold the paper, make sure whatever you make on one side matches the other.